Why do Namibian women dress so openly? The hidden beauty of the Himba tribe. Soft African instrumental music fades in. Warm, mysterious tone. In the far north of Namibia, where red sand meets the sky, lives one of the most fascinating tribes on earth, the Himba people. Their women are known for their glowing red skin, their striking hairstyles, and their way of dressing, or rather not dressing like anyone else. But here's the question everyone asks. Why do they live like this? Why do the women of the Himba tribe wear almost no clothes, covering their bodies instead with red clay? The answer is deeper than you think. It's not about fashion. It's about life, spirit, and survival in one of the toughest places on earth. The land that shapes them. Namibia's desert is brutal. The sun burns for 12 hours a day. The wind is dry, the air is dust. And yet the Himba thrive here, proud, strong, and deeply connected to the land. For them, the body is not something to hide. It's part of nature, just like the earth, the animals, and the wind. In their eyes, wearing too much clothing only separates you from nature. It blocks the sun, the air, and the spirit of the land itself. So when you see a Himba woman's bare skin, you are not seeing shame. You are seeing freedom. The secret of the red skin. Every morning, Himba women wake before the sun rises. They take a small bowl, mix cow fat with red ochre stone, and slowly, carefully rub it over their skin and hair. This mixture is called ochize. It protects them from the desert heat, from insects, and even from the dry, cracking wind. But it's more than just protection. The red color is sacred. It represents the color of the earth and the color of life itself. To the Himba, red is beauty. Red is strength. Red is their connection to the land that gives them everything. The meaning of hair and jewelry. A Himba woman's appearance is never random. Every braid, every ornament tells her life story. If she has 2 braids, she's a young girl. Many braids and a leather headpiece mean she's married. When a woman becomes a mother, her hairstyle changes again, to honor the new stage of her life. Their jewelry is made from shells, copper, and bone. Some necklaces protect them from bad spirits, others show which clan they belong to. In the Himba world, beauty and meaning walk hand in hand. The rhythm of life. The Himba live by the rhythm of the cows. Cattle are life, they bring milk, food, and status. Women take care of the children, milk the cows, and run the household. Men travel far for trade and herding, while women keep the family together. In Himba culture, women are the keepers of tradition. They teach the language, they pass down the rituals, and they protect the tribe's identity. Their connection to spirit. The Himba believe in Mukuru, the god of creation, and in the spirits of their ancestors. Fire is sacred. It connects the living to those who came before. Only women can tend the holy fire, keeping it alive so the spirits never leave their homes. When they pray, they don't look up to the sky. They look into the fire, because that's where their ancestors live. Tradition meets the modern world. Today, Namibia is changing fast. Cities grow, technology spreads, and tourists arrive every day. Some Himba women now go to school, others work or even post photos online. Yet most still wear their red clay and traditional clothing. Because ochize isn't just a beauty ritual, it's identity. It says, this is who I am. This is where I come from. What the world can learn. In a world obsessed with brands and trends, the Himba remind us of something pure. Beauty doesn't come from what you buy or what you wear. It comes from how you live, how you honor your roots, and how you see yourself. They live with the earth, not on top of it. They wear the land, not fabric, and they find beauty not in perfection, but in connection. This is the coldest place on earth, a land where the air freezes and every breath turns into ice. It feels like life shouldn't exist here. Yet this frozen land is home to real people. Welcome to Oymyakon. Hidden deep in Russia's Siberian wilderness, Oymyakon is known as the Pole of Cold. Temperatures here can drop below -71 degrees Celsius. Metal snaps in the open air, and if you turn off your car overnight, it may never start again. But even in this frozen world, life goes on. Children still walk to school through the icy wind. In fact, schools only close when it's colder than -52 degrees Celsius. For the people of Oymyakon, this is not suffering, it's just life. They live mostly on meat and fish because nothing grows in this frozen soil. But their strength is legendary. Their bodies adapted to the cold, their spirits hardened by generations of survival. Tourists come from all over the world to see boiling water turn to ice in mid-air, to experience a place where even shadows feel frozen. It's harsh, it's silent, and it's breathtakingly beautiful. For the people who live here, Oymyakon isn't a challenge. It's home. They don't fight the cold. They live with it. Because the cold doesn't defeat them, it defines them. This is Oymyakon, the coldest, yet somehow the warmest village on earth. Snowflake Heart. Why Tibetan women can have more than one husband. One woman and two husbands, sometimes even three. Sounds like a fantasy, right? But this isn't a story from a movie. It's real life in the mountains of Tibet. High in the Himalayas, life is not easy. The air is thin, the winters are long, and every piece of land is precious. In this harsh world, people had to find their own way to survive. And so, centuries ago, they made a decision that shocks most outsiders. Brothers would share one wife, one woman, several husbands. This ancient practice is called polyandry, and it still exists today in some remote Tibetan villages. You might wonder, why would anyone live like this? The answer is simple: survival. The land here is limited. If every son took his own wife and built his own home, the family's land would be divided into tiny pieces. Nobody would have enough to live on, so instead the brothers stay together, share one wife, and keep their family's land and livestock united. To them, this isn't strange. It's logical. Life in the mountains is too hard to fight alone. In most families, the eldest brother chooses the wife, and the younger brothers later become her husbands as well. The woman treats all of them equally, and jealousy is rarely spoken of. They see themselves as one unit, one home, one family. When a child is born, no one asks who the father is. All the men are fathers. The child belongs to everyone. There's a story about a woman named Lhamo. She lives with her 3 husbands, 3 brothers. Each day, one takes the yaks to the mountains, another works in the fields, and the third looks after the home. Lhamo cooks, tends to the animals, and keeps peace in the family. When asked how she feels about it, she simply says, "There is no jealousy here. We survive together. Alone, none of us could live in these mountains." Her words hold a quiet truth. For the people of Tibet, love is not always about romance. It's about unity and survival. But times are changing. Many young Tibetans now move to the cities. They choose modern life, one man, one woman. Polyandry is slowly disappearing. But deep in the Himalayas, far from the noise of the world, it still survives. To outsiders, it may seem strange, even wrong. But to them, it's balance. It's a way to live in peace with the mountains, with nature, and with each other. One woman, several husbands, not out of desire, but out of necessity. This is how they've endured for centuries, because sometimes what seems most unusual to us is exactly what keeps a people alive. One woman, several husbands. Could you live like that? The Amazon women, fearless warriors or an ancient myth. Long ago, legends spread across the world about a mysterious tribe made up entirely of women. They lived without men, ruled their own lands, and fought their own battles. These were the Amazons, women who defied the rules of their time. According to Greek mythology, The Amazons were fierce archers and master horse riders. Some stories even claim that when a baby boy was born, they sent him away, keeping only the girls to continue their warrior legacy. Their society belonged to women, strong, free, and unbroken. But the question remains, were they real, or just a myth passed down through centuries? For a long time, historians doubted their existence. Yet in recent decades, archaeologists have discovered graves of female warriors across the vast steppes of Eurasia. Buried beside them were bows, arrows, and spears, signs of true warriors. Studies showed that these women had real battle injuries, proving they fought side by side with men. Maybe the Greeks didn't invent the Amazons after all. Maybe they heard tales of nomadic warrior women, like the Scythians or Sarmatians, and turned their stories into legends. Ancient descriptions say that Amazon women trained from childhood to fight, hunt, and survive. They believed strength and courage were the highest virtues. Some legends even whisper that they drew power from nature itself, from the spirits of the forest and the wild rivers they called home. But in a world ruled by men, their independence was seen as a threat. Over time, stories about them were twisted, turning proud, free women into symbols of rebellion and chaos. Yet behind the myths lies something powerful. The idea that long before modern times, there were women who refused to be ruled. Women who led, who fought, who lived by their own laws. Today, the word Amazon stands as a symbol of courage, strength, and feminine power. Perhaps what we call legend is just history that refused to be forgotten. So what do you think? Were the Amazon women real warriors, or the world's oldest myth?